Late one summer evening, Sarah found herself driving alone along a desolate highway. She had just left her friend's cabin and was making her way back home. The moon provided the only source of light, casting eerie shadows across the road. As she drove, a feeling of unease settled in her stomach. The surrounding woods seemed to press in on her, their branches stretching out like skeletal fingers. Sarah tried to shake off her uneasiness, attributing it to fatigue and the darkness that enveloped her. Deciding to stop for gas at a small, rundown station she hadn't noticed before, Sarah pulled into the empty lot. The flickering fluorescent lights illuminated a worn-out sign, barely readable. She parked her car next to the pump and made her way inside the dimly lit store. The bell above the door jingled as she entered, but there was no sign of the attendant. Sarah called out, but her voice echoed in the silence. Concerned, she looked around, her eyes falling upon a door marked restroom. She decided to check inside, hoping to find someone or at least some indication of where the attendant might be. Pushing open the heavy door, Sarah was met with an overpowering stench of decay. Her heart raced as she stumbled backward, her eyes wide with horror. There, lying on the filthy floor, was the lifeless body of the gas station attendant, blood pooling around him. The scene was straight out of a nightmare. Panic seized Sarah as she bolted out of the restroom, gasping for air. She fumbled for her phone and dialed 911, relaying the horrifying discovery to the dispatcher. With trembling hands, she gave the station's location and waited, her heart pounding in her ears. Minutes felt like hours as Sarah stood outside, frantically scanning her surroundings. Every rustling of leaves, every distant sound made her jump. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her, lurking in the shadows just out of sight. Finally, the distant wailing of sirens pierced the night, and relief washed over Sarah. As the police arrived, she recounted the grisly scene, her voice trembling with shock. The investigation began, and the truth behind the heinous crime slowly unraveled. It was revealed that the gas station attendant had fallen victim to a serial killer who targeted isolated locations. The killer had been using the cover of darkness to commit his heinous acts, preying on unsuspecting victims who stopped for gas. Sarah's close call with the murderer sent shivers down her spine, realizing how narrowly she had escaped the same fate. Haunted by the experience, Sarah swore off late-night drives and gas stations in remote areas. The memory of that night would forever be etched in her mind, a chilling reminder of the horrors that lurk in the darkness.